Hello, everybody. Oh, it's been a long time since I've done this video. If you're like me, in this 6 months, not doing yoga means your body is tight and full of kinks and uncomfortable and almost unrecognizable. So let's go ahead and start today on doing a regular yoga routine. Yoga routine. Maybe my mouth doesn't work now. So I'm going to speak occasionally in Japanese, mostly in English. So for those of you who are my Japanese students, 頑張って、私の日本の生徒たちは英語で、今日私は英語で教えます。So 頑張ってください。All right, let's begin. We're going to bring our hands into prayer. You're going to sit in the front of your chair. Don't lean back and lean back against the thing. Sit right up front, and that lets you be nice and tall. It's okay if your chair has arms or no arms, whichever. But you want to squeeze your legs together, sit up nice and tall, bring your hands into prayer, and then go ahead and lace your fingers and press your palms forward. Lengthen your neck. Lengthen from the top of your head. Bring your arms way up. Bend your elbows just a little bit and pull your arms behind you, but don't let your head hang forward. Reach the top of your head up to the top of your hands. Lace your fingers and reach your arms and your hands way up. We're going to bend forward, bringing your arms out to the side. Try to bend from the hips, your stomach to your thighs, and let your head drop down. Round up and come back to sitting. We'll just do exactly the same thing one more time. Hands in prayer, squeeze your legs, long spine, long neck. Go ahead and lace your fingers and bring your palms forward. Bring your hands together, your palms together, reach up. You can bend your elbows to pull your shoulders and your arms back a little bit, and you can stay just like that. Or if you can, go ahead and bring your elbows nice and straight. Go ahead and fold forward, belly to thighs. If you can, head to knees. And round up. Nice and relaxed. Round your shoulders up to your ears and relax. We're going to go ahead and cross our legs and do the same thing, but this time with the legs crossed. So we'll get a little bit of a stretch in here. Bring your hands to prayer. Reach forward. Reach up. Bend forward, stomach to thigh, head to knee. Round up, relax. You can bring your shoulders up and back. And let's go ahead and try the other side. Doesn't matter whether you do right or left first. And fold forward, round up. Bring your shoulders up and down. Let's go ahead and come back into this position. Check, make sure you're still in the front of your chair. We're going to just drop our head over to the side and over to the other side. Straight, bring your chin right to the collarbone if you can. So what that means is you don't want to lean forward. You want to try to just lengthen the neck and bend here so that just the chin touches, and you can feel a nice stretch in the back of your neck. If you can, a little bend to the right, a little bend to the left. And then reach your chin up. Keep your lips together, your teeth together, but your mouth nice and relaxed. You'll feel the stretch right in here. And then come back into your neutral position. Once again, one leg over the other. We're going to do a gentle twist. So for me, I have my right leg over my left. I'm taking my left arm and I'm going to just press it very gently against the outer right thigh. And here we're going to get a gentle twist. You can look as much as you can behind you, then you get that twist in your neck. And then look on the opposite shoulder. So be careful that this shoulder is not reaching up. You want to try to relax it. And then while you're looking over that opposite shoulder, bring your hand up. And then look into your armpit. That doesn't sound very nice, does it? And then back to center. Once again, fold forward. Let your arms, let your neck, let your head relax. You should feel a little stretch in your bum and the side of the leg and maybe even in the lower back. And come back up to sitting. Same thing on the other side. Take that arm and press it against the leg. It's that pressing that gives you the gentle twist, but just be careful not to do too much. And then you're going to look behind you. For me, this side is so much tighter. I really feel it in my right side. And then look over the opposite shoulder. Make sure that shoulder is nice and relaxed. Bring the arm up. Look at the armpit. Nice even breathing, relaxing your mouth. And come back to the center. Fold forward, letting your head, your shoulders, and your arms relax down. Come to your seated position. You can bring your shoulders up if you want. And back into your neutral position. Let's open the legs just a little wider than hip width. And what we're going to do now is focus on stretching in here. If you can, you really want to make sure that you're not going to be bending like this. What you want to do is you want to bend from the hips. Okay, so you're going to focus first on taking your belly and bringing your belly right between your legs. For some people, that might already feel really, really yummy. Get a nice deep stretch in the inner thighs and also in the lower back. And then if you can, go ahead and drop down. But start that movement from the hips, from the belly. You can move a little bit, and then the lower rib cage, and then the upper body. You can let your head drop. Take your hands onto your knees. Press into your knees to bring yourself up so your body can stay relaxed, your back can stay relaxed. And we're going to do that again. Inhale and exhale. Bending from the hips. First the belly comes down, and then the lower rib cage, and then the upper body, the head. Take your feet. Press. Bring your toes up. Keep the feet on the ground, but just your toes come up. And then just put your big toes on the ground if you can. You're going to feel a slightly different stretch actually. Bring your hands right to your knees, and pressing into your knees will bring you up. Now we're going to do that one more time. If you cannot go down that far, that's perfectly fine. You just want to keep that form. And so if that means that you can only go here and that stops you, maybe here, or your back stops you, then that's fine. That's where you just want to be. So let's go ahead and just do it one more time. Long spine, come into your bend. Only if you're ready, only if you can. Continue that bend. First your belly. This is enough if that's okay with you. And then go ahead and drop down if you can. Now, bring your chest up and put your hands on the floor if you can. If you can't, you can get some blocks, or you can just bring your hands to your knees. We're going to do a little bit of a twist here. So the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to take your right leg and like just 3 or 4 times, push it out to the side, and you're going to feel a beautiful stretch just inside the joint. Okay, try not to bend like this because you won't feel it quite as much. It's that long spine and it's bending from the hips that gives you this stretch. Let's do the other side. There's a lot of pollen in the air here, so if I sound a bit sniffly, that's why. Okay, go ahead and center yourself on your chair. Come back into that position, and now we're going to take one hand and reach across the opposite leg, push down into the floor with your feet, and just, you can press this hand into the knee and look over your shoulder. This is such an easy, easy, easy stretch, but it feels so good. You feel it everywhere. Take a deep breath. Let your rib cage expand. Inhale and exhale. One more. And then come back and just do the other side. Reach the hand to the ankle. Press into the knee with your hand and just twist very, very gently over. For me, this is the left, but you might be doing the opposite side. Long breath, long exhale. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale. Maybe you can look a little bit more behind that left shoulder or behind your right shoulder if that's the direction that you're looking in. One more breath. Exhale. And come back to the center. Press into your knees. Bring your legs together. That feels so good. We're going to do something for the shoulders now, just to give our legs a little bit of a break. So bring your legs about hip width apart. And you're going to take the backs of your hands and squeeze them against the knees so that the knees drop open. And give a little bit of resistance with your knees, but just a little bit, because what you want to do is it's that pressure on the inside of the knees that you should feel right up in here. We're using those muscles that we so often just have hunched over and don't do anything except hold the weight of our heads. And relax. That feels so good to me. Let's do another one. Go ahead and press against the inside of the knees. Give a little bit of resistance from the knees. Press a little harder. And now we're going to bend your head a little bit over to one side and then to another side. And what you do when you bend, you feel it along the side of your neck. Back to the center. Keep pressing against those knees. Look over one shoulder and then look over the other shoulder. Back to center. Your arms and your muscles should be a little tired now, so go ahead and relax them. Let's just lift up one leg, getting a little bit of work in the thigh, and bend. Try not to lean back. Try to keep a long spine, 90 degrees at the hips, and then bring your leg up. If you can't bring it up this far, that's fine. You just do it as much as you can. What we want to do is feel it right there. Let's do one more of those. Nice and low. Maybe start here and then slowly bring your leg up a little bit more. And bend. And then let's do one more. Okay, we're going to go a little bit deeper into this stretch. Open your legs as much as you can. And we're going to keep that long spine, again, bending from the hips. Now, you should feel this really a lot. You can actually enhance this by taking your hands or your arms and pressing on the inside of your legs. That just feels so wonderful on the lower back, on the hips, on the joint. If you can, go ahead and lower down a little bit more. Let your head drop down. Come back up to a flat back. We're just going to do this, 3 of these, okay? If you can just stay right here or lower down, head dropping. Relax the shoulders, long spine. 1, 2 more. I forget what I said. And down. And up. Let's just do one more because it feels so good. And down. And back up. Go ahead and take your hands to your knees. Press into the knees. And come back up. And bring your legs together. Let's do one more of these because I'm not sure how. All right. We are going to, once again, take one leg over the other. And we're going to do a little bit of a deeper stretch this time. So you can do just exactly the same one that we did last time, if that's what you want to do. Only if you want. Please bend this ankle as much as you can, and then slowly reach your hand down towards the ground. So by leaning forward and twisting, you're going to feel it a little bit more in the lower back, and it's a much deeper stretch. It's a little bit harder. You might be kind of twisting like this. If you're doing this, don't. Just come back up and just do it like this, okay? So if you're like this, now you want to bring that arm up and you want to look at the hand. Oh my goodness, that feels so good. Oh, this used to be so easy for me and I feel it so much now. Long breath. Two more. One more breath. Inhale and exhale, and go ahead and drop that hand behind you and drop your head down towards your knee. Get a little bit of a stretch in the neck. Bring your head up, and if you can, go ahead and look over the opposite shoulder and come back to, back to center. Oh my God, that feels so good. Can you tell I love yoga? All right, let's try the other side. So once again, if you feel good here, just go ahead and do a gentle stretch like this. Just look over the back shoulder. Only if you want. Bend forward. Reach that hand down to the ground. Okay? And then if you want, you can reach the other hand up to the sky. Couple breaths here. Inhale. So when I do this, not only do I feel it in my back and my sides, I really feel it here in my shoulder and my neck, and even a little bit in my arm. That's why this is such an amazing stretch. It gets all those crucial points that always bother us after a long day of sitting at our desks or sitting at the table or sitting in the car. And back. Oh, I want to do that again. Can we do that again? Let's just do each one of those one more time. It feels so good. Okay. One leg over the other. You can stay this. Maybe you were comfortable doing this last time and maybe you can't go all the way down, but just try maybe a little tiny bit of a bend and then bring your arm up. I mean, that still feels awesome. And only if you can. Come on down. Bring that arm up. Oh, I just remembered that I forgot to stretch the neck on the last one, so it's good that we're doing a second one. Deep breaths. It's the breathing that helps to keep you stretching. Each breath just kind of lengthens another muscle fiber. Oh, God, that feels good. So let's not forget to do the neck this time. Cross the other leg. You can stay here. You can bend forward just a little bit. You can bend all the way forward. Hand down to the ground. Arm up. A couple breaths. And really think about your breath as you breathe. Keep your mouth closed and try to breathe through your nose. Feel how your belly expands, your chest expands. As you exhale, feel how all the muscles just kind of relax a little bit. Feel how the breath is like a balance between tension and relaxation. And then go ahead and look on the opposite shoulder, drop that arm back, reach behind you, and you can just kind of stretch the neck. You can lengthen the neck or you can bend the neck down towards the ground. Okay, and come back up. Deep breath and relax. We're going to do only one more pose. And this one's a little bit hard, but it's just so important. So I think this is what we would ultimately like to do. If you can put your legs like this, then great, you're all set. But a lot of people can't. If your leg is like this, if you're comfortable, that's okay. But really, what you should try to do is maybe move your leg just forward a little bit more so that your knee can drop down a bit. Keep this ankle bent deeply and if you can even press on your foot to make sure that it's really nice and stable. Because as you're bending, you don't want this to be twisting. That will be really bad for your knee. Um, so you can press your hand against your toes and against your feet to keep it bent, or you can just be aware of that. And this is all we're going to do today. There's so many things that you can do from this position that are really healthy. But because this is the first time in 6 months that we're doing this, let's just take it easy today. And we're going to start with a long spine. And just like we did here, where we just bent from the hips and we thought about our belly, if you look at your legs, you have like a little triangle here. You're just going to try to put your belly right there at the triangle. And that might mean that you can only go forward that much. That's okay. What you don't want to do is this, because this doesn't really help much at all. If you're bending here, you're not really focusing on the area that will make you better and healthier and make you feel good if you have back pain. So just focus on pressing your belly towards that triangle. A couple breaths. You're going to feel probably some tightness in your hip, in your outer leg, in your bum. And that might make you tense up a little bit. So with awareness, focus on relaxing that area. And this is where we end up with a little bit of a battle, because when you relax those muscles, it actually makes it hurt a little bit more. And that makes you tense up more. So you really want to, first of all, find that balance where you can do this pose without clenching your teeth and really clenching everything. But you also want to just let push your muscles just a little bit. If you have pain in the knee, you got to stop it. If you have pain in your back, come out and move around a little bit and try to find a way where you can potentially do it without the pain. And that might mean bringing that leg like this, holding onto your chair or your chair, and just doing it like that. Let's go ahead and try the other side. You might find that you can do it perfect like this on one side, and then the other side is like this. So you're going to have to work out each leg for your own body. Inhale, long spine, and exhale. Focus on that triangle, bringing your belly just towards the triangle. Keeping this ankle bent, pressing on those toes if you want, if you can, if that helps. With each breath, you might find that you can go a little deeper into this pose. Feel free to kind of move around a little bit too. This area just needs so much work for so many of us. This is our problem area. A lot of times if you have shoulder pain or neck pain or back pain, it comes from here. Couple more breaths here. I love this pose so much. I don't think that there's a pose I don't love. Okay, come back out and relax. Go ahead and just take each leg and just rock it side to side. Just get some blood into those areas. We're going to do that again, okay? Legs hip width apart. Come back and put that leg into your comfortable position. This time, we're going to press on the knee. Actually, not the knee itself, but a little bit behind the knee, okay? More like on the inner thigh. Press that down, and already you should be feeling it a little differently. And we're going to bend forward. Oh, that feels good. And up. 3 more times. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. and another exhale, and an inhale. And we're going to do another twist here, and this is for the shoulders and the neck. So you can decide, you can have your arms like this, or you can have your arms like this, grabbing the leg that's up, or you can just hold onto the chair and just focus on this area. I like to do this because I just get a stretch everywhere, but I know that not everyone can do this. So just find your comfortable place. And what we're going to do is we're going to look over at this knee and then look over the shoulder and then the knee again and the shoulder. My cat's looking at me through the window. Hi, Joey. And the knee. And this time, as you look at the knee, you're going to drop your head towards the knee. Now, for me, I feel a really deep stretch in my neck. For you, if you're like this, you might want to just take that elbow and reach the elbow down. You can just reach your hand down. If your arm is up like this, you might want to just drop it back. Okay, and then go ahead and look behind you again. Just move your arm however you want. Just find, what we just want to do is move the shoulder, because the shoulder and the neck are so closely connected that if you just do one, you will feel it in places that surprise you. Okay, deep inhale and relax. Last one, okay? And then that'll be it for today. Other leg up, bend that ankle. Go ahead and bring that arm to the bottom of the foot. Find that place that you like to have your arm. So if you can have it up if you want. That feels really good too. Okay. And so first we're going to look over at the knee and the shoulder and the knee and the shoulder. And then look at the knee again, and this time drop your head down towards the knee. Now I find that this side is so much more difficult to do that. I feel it in my neck, in my shoulder, on the inner arm. I don't even feel it that much on my side. So you'll feel it in a completely different way depending on what your weak spots are. Okay, and then go ahead and look over the shoulder and just move your arm however you want. Find that place that just feels so good. You can drop your head down, you can lift your head up, ooh, however you want. It's amazing how good just simple movements like this can feel. Okay, come back, and we're going to end it with one more of these, but this time you're going to press your hands, lean forward just a tiny bit, press your hands into the knees, but this time don't let the knees open. So you're pushing your arms and your hands against the knees, but your knees are pressing against your hands. And again, you feel that really, really deep work of those muscles in the neck and the shoulders. Go ahead and drop your head side to side a couple times. Keep pressing, looking over to one side, and then the other, and then the other, and then the other. And as you're pressing this, I know your arms are feeling really tired, so combate, that means do your best. Go ahead and look forward again, and then look up. Look straight ahead and relax. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to try to do these videos regularly because I need a regular practice, and I'm hoping that we can practice together and work our bodies into good condition together. So thank you so much. See you next time.